Mississippi's depended on Mississippi Public Broadcasting since 1970 for safe kids programming like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood and Sesame Street, and lots of Mississippi-centered shows like Mississippi Roads and Mississippi Outdoors, as well as a lot of shows that we would just have not seen anywhere else, like Masterpiece Theater, Nova, and lots more. Well, MPB's having to take stock and rethink some things right now because of the national defunding of the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. So there are some things I thought we needed to know. Mainly, is this defunding going to shut down MPB?
MPB's not going anywhere. We're going to be around, hopefully, for years to come.
That's Anna Neal. She's MPB's Chief Operating Officer. And we could just about end the story right here, because anyone who's interested wants to know pretty much just that. Is this the end of MPB? And it isn't. But when the defunding hits, things will be different for MPB Television and for Think Radio, the main channel of MPB's statewide radio network. What MPB received from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting is funding and programming, the lack of which will leave holes in the budget and holes that have to be filled in the daily lineup of what we see and hear on air. Royal Ailes, MPB's executive director, explains.
We're a state agency. We're funded by the state. That's not going to go away. We have a great relationship with our legislature, and I thank them all the time for their support. So that's not going to go away. It's just the national programming that this money affects.
In years past, MPB created a great deal of its own programming. The lobby is full of Emmys and lots of other awards MPB has earned over the years. And the walls, the big room, are covered in memorabilia from the past, boxes and cases of puppets, and photos of notables MPB's brought into our living room since it signed on in 1970. Well, this blast from the past may also be the template for things to come, or to come again. Tywell Gaynor is MPB's Chief Content Officer.
The defunding, it doesn't affect any of the employees here at MPB. Our funding from the state legislature is what covers our salaries. What this does affect is our ability to purchase national content. PBS and some of our other distributors like Create and APT, as well as on the radio side, our NPR content.
In a place like Mississippi specifically, there's a huge need for public broadcasting. Due to the fact that Mississippi is the most rural state in the country, we do not enjoy some of the resources that other states have. Not only that, but in a very rural state where you have a lot of underserved communities and a lot of communities who don't have access to broadband. MPB, it's free. It doesn't require a subscription, and all you need is a television set to get it. And in a lot of places, that's all that there is. Because they don't have broadband, because they don't have Head Start programs, Mississippi children really rely on resources like PBS Kids, not to just learn how to read and how to learn, their shapes and the colors, but they also rely on PBS Kids to learn social and emotional help.
But with the evaporation of Corporation for Public Broadcasting's funding that MPB Public Broadcasting has depended on for an important portion of its programming, obviously things are not going to be the same. First, the funding gap has to be addressed.
The funding that we'll lose from the federal government will have to be made up from gifts, from underwriting, from people who want to become part of our neighborhood and help us out, because that's what we're asking everybody to do is please be part of our neighborhood. Won't you be our neighbor? Because we've been there for them. Now we need them to be there for us. And that's where that money's going to come from. Those who like to contribute to universities with big gifts, please consider giving us a gift.
And the need for funding is one part of solving the dilemma left in the wake of the loss of the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. But the holes in programming for content to be put on the air is another. Now, this is where the silver lining around the big black cloud starts to appear at MPB.
MPB is not PBS or NPR, so we're not planning to go anywhere, and all of the local content that we produce and have been known to produce throughout the years will remain. So all of those local documentaries that we create, as well as, Ed Said, as well as the television shows like Mississippi Roads, all of that content we're going to continue to create.
Also being a platform for other people who are from the state or in the area that are creating content, giving that ability to continue to provide Mississippi with Mississippi-based content.
So it's not the end of the road for MPB by any means, not even a detour, but a pathway to continue to do what they've always done, to hold up a mirror and reflect Mississippi to itself.
Hang in there, hang with us. We will get through this, and we'll be stronger on the other side.